Alright, I finally did it. I finally made a video after, what, 2 months? I think that's what it was, but I'm so sorry, guys. It's, it's just that I've gotten, I have over 30 tapes of family videos ranging from an hour to an hour and a half long that I need to edit, and I've just been so bad in editing them. So now I'm trying to edit more video than I'm taking, because I take family videos constantly. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, but I am now on spring break, and I think public schoolers don't get that, but I'm not sure. Remember, I'm homeschooled, but my brother is home from college who gets spring break, so I get most of my school subjects off because he's here too. So I have a lot more time to make videos. Though I do have activities that I like doing with him, and then there's work too. So I do have a little more time to make them. And another thing that I just finally decided to start doing is to record my videos directly onto a computer rather than recording it on a mini DV tape and then uploading it. So, right over here, and yes, this is a very messy room, I've got this laptop, which I am recording onto right now. And this way, sorry about that, I think the FireWire is going because I just lost connection to the computer, so, grr. That's one disadvantage. But another advantage with doing this is I no longer have the motor noise that when I record on a mini DV tape, so it sounds just as good as my challenges do. And, oh, speaking about the challenges, I plan to only do one more and then just stop. I just find they take up too much time, rather I can put to making reviews and such, because I got a bunch of new puzzles I still need to review and such. So, but anyway, I'm gonna talk about one thing in the cubing community and then merge on to stuff about me. The only thing that I can think of that's happened right now, there's probably I'm sure there's others, but I don't have time to research them right now because I've got to get to work right after uploading this. So, the thing that I want to talk about is the VCube website has a new look to it, and they released new types of cubes, so just sticker and color variations. There's no new order puzzles. So, here's a whole video I made of the website. Okay, so here's the home page, and they have this fancy little video, this animation of VCubes, even higher order VCubes. So, and then they zoom in on the VCube 5 here, give it a nice look to it. And it's weird that they have a simulated VCube 4 sitting right there. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it was an animation mistake. And so, we've got over here a layout of different, different cubes and such, and so they have actually added some new cubes, and it's kind of hard to navigate through, but okay, so for the VCube 6, they've got these new flag cubes. So they've got this Poland flag cube, where they have a Poland flag on each side, and let's see, I think there's another one, Denmark, around here somewhere. I'm not sure what happened to it. Okay, there's a Holland flag, and I believe there's there's a whole bunch of flag cubes to choose from here. And really, my opinion is they're just different sticker variations. I mean, if you want to try them out, get some replacement stickers from CubeSmith and apply them yourselves. So, but I really do not think it's worth buying a whole nother VCube 6 just for the sake of having these flags. It may be an interesting challenge, but I think overall you'd like the original version of the VCube 6 more. So, and let's see, they've got some new 7-layered ones. Okay, the VCube Illusion is there. And here I'm under the 3-colored cube for the VCube 7, and it says it's coming soon, but look at the price. 49 euros. I mean, what is up with that? The regular VCube 7 is about 30 euros, and then the Dazzler is 35, so that is very expensive. So, I'm not sure what the whole deal with that is, and then they, of course, still have the Dazzler, so that's still there, and then their more cubes section here, they have this great simulations of VCubes, through the 2x2 through 4x4, and then the VCube 6B through the VCube 10. For some strange reason, they don't have the VCube 11, so I'm not sure about that. So, basically the whole thing. This is certainly much nicer than these weird colored and blurry cubes that they had before. So, and what's nice about this is that the cubes are in the making. So we no longer have this little message saying that they will be available in the future. We have them in the making. So I think that it's the most probable that they'll come out in 3 to 6 months, and probably at most a year, but that's just speculation. Don't think that it's an actual release date. I'm just guessing. That just seems like the most realistic time for them to come out, 3 to 6 months. And they also have assembly instructions here. Now, I am actually rather disappointed with these instructions because they go layer by layer, which I found to be very difficult when I first made my tutorials that way. So I'll click on the VCube 5 here. So they at least start out with this here, which is okay, but then they build up all 4 corner sections at the same time. So I found that when that happens, the other pieces from the sides can slip out while you're working on one. So it's just best to do one corner section at a time. And then, after they get those layers done, they start building this up layer by layer. And this is okay to begin with, but when you start putting in these corners and edges is very difficult. And then, especially when you get to here, putting in these last few pieces, that is very difficult to do. So I do not recommend these instructions at all, and as you would imagine, I'd recommend my tutorials. So all the instructions for all 3 cubes are that way. Okay, so now I'm in the VCube store section. Just before, I was in the VCube products section. And here they have a different layout for the puzzles, and I don't know why they basically have 2 pages for the same thing. But, you know, there are these buy links, and before they had the click here to order links instead, and let's see. And in the VCube products section, they didn't show this type of VCube 7, the VCube 7 Denmark. Again, another variation. And just like the cube that they said is coming soon, the 3-colored VCube 7, this is also 49 euros. Very expensive. I definitely won't be buying it. Then they've got a Finland, Sweden, and other cubes. Alright, now here in the company news, they say that they have a partner in the US. Let's see, yeah. We are pleased to announce that blah blah blah. They have a VCube in North America. So they have a partner thingy or whatever here in the US. If you go over here under partners, it'll say that it is in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So that's way over on the East Coast, and I tested it out, and I added a VCube 7 to cart and proceeded to check out without finalizing the order. And the VCube shipping was still 12.48 euros. So the shipping hasn't changed for me, even though that they have a partner closer. But who knows, the shipping time may be faster now. So that's kind of neat. And then, looks like they got one in Israel. And then they've had Mindstrap puzzles for a while now. What do I think of the website? It looks very cool. I like how they have the 21st century cube up here. But the whole layout is very hard to handle. I mean, on the home, products, and VCube store section, you have basically the same links. And there's slightly different variations. So I find the layout is worse, but it looks much better. But I think they will continue to work out these bugs and make it better in the months to come. So, I hope they do at least. But yeah, it does look pretty neat. So, and another thing, you probably noticed this, but their packaging is now is like this triangular shaped. Yeah, here it is for the illusion. So they've got 2 little triangle things, and then the VCube illusion encased in white plastic. Although the white plastic isn't here, but yeah, that's just how they come in. Although it's very strange. Order now. You do not want to miss your chance to own the VCube 6. What, are you going to stop selling them soon? I'm sure they won't. That doesn't make much sense. Alright, that's everything I have to say about the website. Okay, so now on to stuff about me. The first thing I want to talk about is I got the flower minx right here. So, I got it shortly after, and oh man, I had a lot of trouble picking this out because it's 36 bucks for a 2x2 version of the Mega Minx. So, 36 bucks, and So I probably stared at the Pay Now PayPal button for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, asking myself whether or not I want to buy it. But since they offered it as limited edition, I finally decided to go for it. So the puzzle currently turns very terribly. Yeah, it's very bad. The sticker quality is terrible. So yeah, I hope to get replacement stickers eventually, but you know, that'll add even more money to the puzzle. So, and it's got, if you don't know about it, it's got these little hole things because it's an overlapping puzzle and it needs room for the little bumps to go through under the other piece. So it needs, yeah, whatever. So, and I finally figured out how to solve my new 3x3x4, which I now have tiled. So, and, oh man, it's such an inefficient method, but it's my own. So, but now that I figured out how to solve it, I'll start looking at the little algorithms on the box now. I've just ignored those. So, it takes me about 3 minutes to solve using, you know, a lot of finger tricks and such. I may make a solve video just so that you can see how pathetic my method is. So, but yes, I'm very proud that I can solve it. Oh, and I figured out like a PLL for it. It's just, I don't know what the PLL is, but it switches 2 edges and 2 corners. And I can do the mirrored one too, but, so I sometimes have to apply that algorithm 4 or maybe 5 times before I finally finish PLL. So, but yeah, I'm very happy about that. And let's see, oh, and another thing is, I got a wide-angle lens, you know. I've wanted one for a while now, and, you know, because I like videotaping thunderstorms and such, and it's nice to get more lightning strikes in there. And then, of course, there's the problem where you have to back up against a wall, you can't back up any further, and you have to do a lot of panning to follow whatever action your videotaping is, so. And it will be nice for recording tutorials and reviews and such, because I can only back up that camera so far before it runs into my face. So I'll be able to get more video into it. And since I record in widescreen, I have to cut off the top and the bottom of full screen to make it widescreen. So this will be nice, because this will make it seem like I add video to the left and right from full screen to make it widescreen. So, and it's got this little lens cap. I just have tape on it, because with this little adapter for my camera, it won't fit on there with the adapter on, and I don't like taking the adapter on and off. So I got this for 30 bucks on Amazon. If you want to know the model number for my camera and the model number for this, those are both in the description. So here it is. Let's see. I'm looking at the screen on the computer this time. So here we go. I'll show you what it looks like. So there, it's on, off. On, off, on, off. So yes, this will be very fun. And I'm gonna have to be very careful with this, because, you know, it seems like since it's so big, I could scratch it so easily. So I'm very worried about it. So 30 bucks, but yes, I'm very happy with it. And yes, I still intend to make that VCube 6 modification tutorial. So, good grief, what a sneeze. And so I still intend to make that VCube 6 modification tutorial and many other reviews. So I have most of the editing done. Yeah. And another thing, that I have been attempting to find glosses to protect stickers. Like, ever since, you know, I put this video on YouTube, this particular clip.
This is the best one I have, but
Oh, interesting. How did you make it shiny?
I use Mod Podge.
What?
Mod Podge.
Okay, Mod Podge. Okay, so.
That's how I put it, like, stuck them all on there too.
I've wanted to try to put my own gloss. I thought about Mod Podge, but I guess I heard that it wasn't as strong, so I tried this shellac stuff, and I so far have done it on the Gigaminx, and it certainly does lengthen the lives of it, but I've been having trouble with it chipping. But I do carry around a bunch of cubes around in a little sack thing I have, but with the cubes rubbing together a lot, it's, you know, the stickers start to peel very easily. That's why I like tiles so much. But, so here, let me get you a close-up of this here. So the yellow, yeah, you can see it's chipped there. And I had to put like 5 or so coats on each side. And then it ends up chipping. So if I keep it out of the CubeSack, it might be better. But I'm not entirely sure about the whole thing. If anyone knows of anything better to use, go ahead and send me a message. So, but I've also tried it on this little pink cube here, and it certainly does seem to help. I mean, the stickers would peel a lot on this one. So, but I mean, this might be a good alternative for, or not an alternative, a good way to protect those fragile chrome stickers, because those things, I've heard, you know, scratch very easily. So it does have a little bit of a yellow look to it. Like, if you look closely at the nozzle here, okay, you can notice that it's yellow. So it does add a yellowish look to white stickers, but I think that's okay. So it seems to be great. It doesn't seem to be as strong as the CubeSmith tiles, but it still seems really nice. So I think whenever I have to use stickers on a puzzle from now on, I'll be using this stuff on it. So what I do is I just take it, I just spray. Don't spray too much, because I found if you do that, it starts to bulge on the edges of the stickers. Here's a picture I took for the Twisty Puzzles forum, and yeah, you can notice how bad it is there. So a lot of thin layers basically helps. And I got it for like $6.28 at Home Depot. So yeah, I think I like it a lot. I may make its own separate video for it if I have more success with it on other stickers. So it does seem to be very nice. You do have to pry the puzzle apart because it does bond the cubies together, but then it just wears off very quickly. Although it may be a little too much in the Gigaminx because it can get down into the mechanism and not want to come out. But in like a 3x3, it just wears off, and since you usually have a 3x3 fairly loose so that it turns easily, it just all comes off very quickly. So this is certainly something to consider. I do like it a lot. I tried nail polish, but that was too soft. Clear nail polish. It just it seemed soft and it just scraped off very easily. But this also does seem to scrape off. Like, I think I can scratch off some of the outer layers pretty easily. So, but yes, it does lengthen the life of the stickers. So, yeah. Alright, I believe that's everything I have to say. If there is more I have to say, then I'll make another status update very soon. And so, keep an eye out for those tutorials. I will try very hard to get them done soon, but there's just so many distractions. Proves I just have a life. Okay, goodbye.